filter it into here. But in regards to like the YouTube channel, it will be starting now.
Okay.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the My Virgo Friend podcast. I'm your host, CheChe, your movement and meditation coach. We have a guest today, Miss Krista from the Universal Cosmic Crew. But before we get started, let's go to our 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth to reset the energy and clear the vibes. Breathe in. And take a sip of your beverage. I am drinking water. Miss Krista, what are you drinking, hon?
I'm drinking some juice out of my red cup.
Shout out to the red cups out there. And shout out to the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Cheers.
Cheers.
Shout out to the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Cheers.
Cheers.
Shout out to the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Cheers.
Aries. Cheers.
And last but not least, the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, and the birthday babes, Taurus. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Happy birthday, Taurus.
Happy birthday, Taurus.
Come
Make
on,
sure
vocals.
you see you hear she loves to belt it out from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you celebrate your birthday. Happy May. Happy month of May to everyone. We are in the middle of spring, so get outside, enjoy the weather, enjoy the elements. Mother's Day is coming up. Shout out to all the mommies out there, specifically Mama Chi, Aries Queen. Krista, you want to shout out?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to Miss Linda, my mama, my Virgo mom, my grandma, Virgo. I've been raised around Virgos and Earth signs, so
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the
women in my life.
Yes, we love it. Shout out to all the mommies out there, and make sure you celebrate Mother's Day. If people want to celebrate you, make sure you allow that space, hold that space for people to love on you and to celebrate you and tell you how beautiful and awesome and amazing and impactful that you are. So shout out to all the mamas out there. All right, you guys. So we did have a little glitch just now, or at least I did. Okay, we have been chatting here for like 20 minutes, and you know it's Mercury retrograde, right? So we sit here for 20 minutes, and I look, and it's like, why is he giving me the option to record? It should already be recording. So we have been chatting for like 20 minutes before I realized that we were not recording. So pardon my frustration if it seeps out just a little bit, because my Virgo ways is like, no, it was supposed to go this way, now it's going that way. So I have to resist the urge to beat myself up and be so hard on myself. Okay. So again, Krista, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. But let my my oversight serve as a reminder to you guys out there. Mercury retrograde is here. Okay, double check everything. Did the text go through? Did the email go to junk or spam instead of coming to your inbox? Okay, did you miss a call? Is the charger plugged all the way in the wall? Okay, you don't want to look at your phone. It's like, dang, it wasn't even charging this whole time. Okay, did you turn the stuffing, the stove, the oven off? Okay, are all of the aisles off? Okay, is the microwave cleared? Like, check everything. All right, so Mercury retrograde is out here glitching technology, causing delays and traffic and stuff. So give yourself more time, give yourself more grace and space to mess up and all that good old stuff. But Mercury retrograde. Krista, do you have any Mercury retrograde experiences you care to share?
You know what? It is so funny. I never had an issue doing like Mercury retrograde. Like, this is my first time seeing it, you know, how powerful it is, you know.
It's great. So like, you've never experienced like people coming back from the past and it just happen to be around Mercury retrograde?
Yeah.
Like people you ain't talked to in like forever. Like they have no reason to come back, but They
Yes.
do. And it's like, wow, it is Mercury retrograde. So
Yes, I have had that. So I guess yes, I guess I have experienced Mercury retrograde then, because I have had that, people just coming out of nowhere, out the past, and I'm like, where did you come from? You need to go back to where you're at,
who
cause
sent you?
right, cause I did. I don't want you here. I want you to go back to where you came from.
I know that's right. What have you noticed is like the lesson that goes with people coming back from the past?
You know what? Sometimes it serves as a test to see, have you grown from that experience, or do you still need to go back and learn that lesson all over again?
Mm-hmm. Can they still play with your time and play with your feelings?
Right, exactly.
You guys, my bad. Before we get too deep, we gotta introduce our guest, okay? Because remember, like I said, we was recorded, and then I realized we wasn't filming, okay? So we gotta do everything from the top again. So before we get too deep in our chit chat, Miss Krista, tell us all about yourself. Welcome to the My Virgo Friend podcast. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be here. I love what you do. Love the vibes. Y'all missed out on some good conversation.
Come on.
We was getting into it.
Yes, we was.
But I'm Krista. I go by Divine Heart on the Universal Cosmic Crew. You see in my background.
Yes.
I co-host the podcast with my friend, and she goes by Divine Truth. We talk about spirituality and mental health. And it's a funny story how we came about doing the podcast. Should I go back and tell it again?
If you don't mind, you don't have to like however you feel. Whatever
Okay,
feels
okay. I'm gonna go back and tell it again. I'm gonna go back and tell it again.
right. Okay. You know
Um,
we wanna know.
yeah, yeah. I gotta tell the tea. Gotta spill the tea a little bit. So we I met Divine Truth through another not podcaster, but through another like content creator, very big content creator, like on TikTok. They got like 1 million followers, over a
Okay.
million. On Instagram, they got like 100,000. They got like a huge like following.
Mm-hmm.
And they were spreading some harmful messages, like saying the aliens are coming to get us, and we're going to a pink new earth. And I was believing that. Like, I've actually believed it, because at that time I did not like my life. And I'm like, oh, I get to start over.
Yeah.
I get to start over on a new planet. Sign me up. Where do I go? How
Right.
do I get off? Like, how do I go? But I
Mm-hmm.
had to take a step back and realize, like, this is silly.
What we doing?
Yeah, like, this ain't right. This don't make no sense. It's not it's not true. Like, we're meant to be here on this planet, which
Yeah.
I don't doubt alien existence. I believe we're not the only people here in this universe, but I don't think that they're coming to get us.
Right. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you remember like what the light switch moment was for you? Like what was it that like brought you back? Like, wait a minute. This ain't what it is. Do you remember what that was?
I think what it was for me was the people who were believing the messages and who was saying that they were going to. And we was on like a telegram, and I'm just seeing how they interacted in the telegram. And I'm like, do I really want to be going somewhere with these motherfuckers? Like,
Okay.
like,
Oh, that's right.
I'm like, this is silly. This is not true. I'm like, it's it gives people the perfect escape. Like, it is the perfect escape, if you think about it, to not have to worry about your responsibilities, and to avoid. It's a good thing. It's a not good thing, but it's a good way to avoid.
Yeah.
Those who looking to avoid, is that's the perfect recipe right there.
Mm-hmm.
But just had to realize, like, this is silly. This is not true.
Yeah.
We're not going nowhere. And then they were saying, like, you can't bring your loved ones, only the chosen ones get to go. I'm like, oh hell no. No way I'm leaving behind my mom and my animals.
Not the
My pets.
dividing thing. It sounds real cultish.
Yes, very cultish, very cult-like behavior.
Were they like collecting money and stuff?
They would now, this what they'll do. They will host like meditations where you had to pay for the aliens to come down and get us. So they were hosting those type of events.
What?
Yes. They even had like channelers. Oh, then another thing they was talking about too was they were saying that Britney Spears is gonna usher us into the new earth.
Now, see, don't no Britney Spears slander will be tolerated. No, they not putting that on her.
Yes, girl.
Not take me to your leader. We see how she acting. I had to unfollow her. I love Britney Spears. She is my pop princess, but I had to unfollow her. She stressed me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't tell if it's her or if she's trolling or if she's literally already passed and this is somebody else. I don't know, but it breaks my heart. And I can't see all that.
Mm-hmm.
What? And see, that's why it's so important to do grounding work and to stay connected with people and to stay
Mm-hmm.
tapped in with yourself. Because then when somebody come around with these random ideologies, you got to be able to like ground yourself. It's like, look now, do you know what I'm saying? And I like the way you said that you looked at the people that were also in the group to see like, okay, how are they a reflection of me, or how am I a reflection of them? Do I want to be like these people and with these people? And most of us, we need to do that more, looking around to see
Mm-hmm.
like, is this what I want to be surrounding myself with? Because like that's what we're investing our time and energy to grow.
Yeah. That's what that's the first thing that did it. When I saw the how the other people was acting, I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
No way that I am like these people, and not trying to sound elitist or nothing like that, because that's definitely not what's going on here. But
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like I didn't align with these people.
Yeah.
I didn't align with them. I'm like, there's no way. I'm
No.
like, there's no
Brit-
way.
Britney Spears is gonna usher you into now.
To the
See,
new earth.
no,
Britney Spears is gonna usher you into the new earth.
no.
They call it the new earth, and it's a pink new earth. It's a pink new earth that we're supposed to be going to.
And I guess Doja Cat is the president. Oh,
Oh,
oh, okay. Okay, so you said you and your partners, so y'all said, hold up, wait a minute, we need to do something about this, and decided to create a podcast.
yeah. So the podcast, that idea came along because we was going to debunk what this content creator person was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But we changed the narrative of the podcast to more spirituality and mental health, like self-help,
Yes.
because we wasn't passionate about debunking somebody's message. Because at this point, you're gonna listen to what you want to listen to, and instead of wasting that energy on trying to change, trying to go against them, why not just do our own thing and spread our own message?
Exactly. Exactly. Because, like, even like with that logic, if the intention is to like debunk this other podcast, now I'm gonna feel like I have to listen to that podcast to hear what they're saying, to hear if it's like needs to be debunked. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that y'all were able to reframe and shift that focus and intention of just spreading the light rather than trying to help people and helping them to realize like, hey, this is a false prophet. This is not someone that's spreading, messages that you want to subscribe to.
Mm-hmm.
Because that takes, pardon me, that takes courage.
Right, it does.
And y'all, so y'all did this last winter, like December, and y'all launched it in January this year. So cheers,
Mm-hmm.
congratulations.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop. So what has the podcast creation experience been like for you?
It's been fun. I love it. I love recording. I love editing. I love making content.
Mm-hmm.
I like researching. This is like right up my alley. I don't even know
Yes.
what to say. Like, I just love it. I
Do you
don't
feel
have no,
no no pardon, go ahead.
oh, I about to say, I don't have no deep way to explain it besides saying I love it.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's like connected to your inner child in any kind of way?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I feel it's a strong possibility because when I was younger, I used to act like I was on a talk show, like I was a talk show host.
Yes. Oh shoot. There we go.
Yeah, I used to record myself, used to record like my mom and her friends and acting like I'm a host. I got people on the podcast.
Yes. And see, there it is. And like for me, whenever I was in high school, I used to burn CDs a lot. Like I used to have this huge case of CDs. So like editing music and like curating playlists for like the vibes or whatever, just so it can flow in like a nice order, whatever. Like that's something I really enjoyed growing up, like LimeWire, the different
Yeah.
systems we use to download music or whatever. So yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
whole editing thing. And then I did a broadcast journalism class in high school. Like I didn't pursue a degree in broadcast journalism or media or anything, but it's like, wow, I did kind of tap into that a little bit. I probably should have leaned into that a little more. It would have helped me. You know,
Yeah.
like how did I know I was gonna end up here? Shoot.
That is so funny. Like when I went to college, I wanted to major in mass communications, but people was telling me it's no money in that. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I
Yeah.
end up going into IT, but that's another story.
Oh
I wish I
shoot.
would have did mass communications.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel like I should have did like a marketing degree or something else. More in
Mm-hmm.
line with this, instead of going like the safe route and getting a healthcare degree,
Yeah.
you know? But do you enjoy IT though? Because I know like Atlanta's like really big for IT, especially like
Oh
healthcare
well, I when I was in the field, I really enjoyed it, but I'm in a mental health field full time now.
IT. You did say that, excuse
That's
me.
my passion is helping others. So I'm in the process of getting my full counseling license. I'm going for my LPC.
Yes,
So once I get my
congratulations.
LPC, I thank you, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I should be having that in the next year or so.
What's your favorite target market or niche when it comes to your coaching?
I would say people that are burnt out in their jobs,
Mm,
people that are experiencing burnout and stress. Cause I've been there. I know how it feels. I
yeah.
was, if I can be a little bit transparent here,
Mm-hmm.
I was so burnt out. I was in the mental health field, damn near working a full-time job. Then I was in IT, damn near that's 40 hours overnight. So I ain't getting no sleep. I was like running on fumes and I was burnt out, stressed, and I ended up having to go to a mental health hospital for 6 days because
Mm-hmm.
I was so burnt out and stressed. I wanted it to end. It
Yeah.
seemed like I had no way out that cycle. And so on top of other stuff that I was dealing with and going through, but I know how it feels to be burnt down and stressed. And people are like, oh, it's so small. That's not a big deal. It is a big deal,
Absolutely.
but it's starting to affect your quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm passionate about that because I know how it feels to go through that and feel like you have no break, no. It seems like you just have no light at the end of the tunnel. It seems like it's just darkness.
Yes. What was the like was it just you with your motivation or did you have someone else say, "Hey, how about checking yourself in somewhere for a little bit?" Like what was the switch to say it's serious enough to go somewhere rather than
I
just switch
had
it off?
motivation. My friends, my friends. I had
Yes.
motivation. My friends encouraged me to go. They were like, "You need to go. You need to get back centered. You need." They were like, first of all, you need a break, but you need to
Mm-hmm.
work on your mental health because your mental health has taken a hit.
Yeah.
So you need to go here. I didn't know they were gonna keep me for 6 days though. I thought they were gonna keep me for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went. I was mad when I found out I had to stay till Saturday. I was pissed
Yeah.
off.
I bet. Yeah, because like look now,
Like,
that wasn't what we agreed upon now.
yeah, I thought you were gonna keep me on an observation hold or something. Cause it's not like I was gonna hurt myself.
Just needed a
But
break.
yeah,
So I
I
would
just need to
imagine
go.
I would imagine your friends were only able to help because you were open and honest with them first about what you were going through so they could understand and sympathize with you.
Yeah. And even though I knew I wasn't gonna do nothing to myself, in that moment I felt like hurting myself. I felt like if I hurt myself, that would be my escape.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why they kept me there because I told them that I was gonna take a whole bunch of pills. I had a thought out plan, but I wasn't actually gonna go through with the plan
Yeah.
per se. Now that I'm on the other side and I look at the events that took place, I'm able to look at it from hindsight. I'm like, I really wasn't gonna do nothing. I just needed a break.
Yeah.
I just needed to find that silver lining. Just needed to just know what it is that I want to do. And after that, the only reason why they let me out on Saturdays because I told them that I would do group therapy with them. So
Mm-hmm.
I did the group therapy. I met some awesome people and I made a decision to quit IT.
Oh
And
shoot!
that's how
Right
I
after
ended up
that.
in mental health. Yeah.
Oh, so deciding to quit IT led to that to the check-in or after the check-in? Okay.
It was after the check-in. After the check-in, after I did that, after I went to the group therapy and I started therapy on my own with like my therapist, I decided to quit
Why?
IT out because I was like, the more I keep holding on to it, the
Mm,
more I'm gonna hold myself back from pursuing what I want to pursue with mental health.
yeah.
And
Something
with the
gotta
job
go.
that I had, it was kind of like I'm not gonna say they was a cult, but the behavior and the had cult like mentality in a sense.
In the
And
job space?
hmm
Wow. So like beyond politics, beyond office politics.
yeah, it's the best way that I can explain it because you would even have like the director saying like nobody leaves here. Nobody wants to leave here. Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to go? Like nobody leaves. Nobody wants to leave here.
No, that's dangerous language.
Yeah. So that's what hearing like little comments like that. And I'm just like,
That plant seeds though. That plant seeds and it does have people feeling like, oh, well, it's 8 o'clock at night. I can't go home yet because I gotta do da. And it's like, no, your shift ended at 5. Go home somewhere. People be giving their lives and jobs and stuff that will replace them the next day.
yeah,
I seen a
'cause
meme
I was
today.
easily replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I seen
after I left, I got replaced. So
and it hurts too. Even after you've made a decision to leave, it still hurts when they're just so quick to be like, all right, bye. Like I seen the meme today. The woman said, I had put in after I put in my 2 weeks notice at a job I had been at for 10 years. My desk was cleared out within 20 minutes or something like that. But basically to say like, damn, I gave you 10 years and then 20 minutes I'm just dismissed. You
yeah,
know, like it's just So you really do have to lean into what you like, what you want to do, and what you want to invest your time into.
hmm I know you hear people say like follow your passion, follow your heart, and I used to be like, follow my passion ain't gonna give me no money.
Okay.
It ain't gonna pay. Like,
Right.
don't tell me to follow my passion when it ain't gonna pay. But now I'm on that type of time. Like, I follow my passion.
Yeah.
I took a major pay cut, but I'm happy.
Yes. Because the peace that follows and the freedom that comes with it.
Hmm
So, in regards to like your experience, what I know you said you do journaling, but like what other grounding and techniques do you do to help yourself stay clear and grounded and on the up and up?
I like to go outside. I like to put my feet in the grass. I like to hug the trees. I
Yes.
like to just sit in the sun. Um, I like to move. Like I like to work with my hands. So it may not seem like a grounding technique, but I like to make wigs. And when I make
Mm-hmm.
my wigs, that's grounding to me because I'm concentrating on where I'm placing the track and where I need to go. And
And it
I
is a
love it.
tactile experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's an art form.
Yeah.
So just really being intentional about doing things you enjoy, things that you like, brings you back
Yes.
to that space of like security. I'm safe here. I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So what are the what's the goal for Universal Cosmic Crew? We're almost like halfway through the year. What are y'all looking forward to moving forward?
Well, you know what? I don't have a concrete goal. I just want to get the podcast out there, just get listeners, really just get some listeners, just get people to listen, just grow the audience.
Yeah.
Later on down the line, oh, I would love to host like a meetup, like a podcast meetup. Like,
Yes. Because we can't wait
you
once
know,
a year, and they may not even come back to Atlanta next year for the Black Effect Podcast Festival where we met.
right. So I would love to host a meetup,
Well,
like
keep
about,
keep us in mind then.
mm-hmm. Kind
Def-
of, because I felt so motivated at the Black Effect podcast festival. Even
mm-hmm.
though it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, I
Yeah,
was I was a little bit disappointed.
I was
But
about to ask you how'd you feel overall. Like, even though I was happy to be there, like after it was all said and done, like most of my time was standing in line for the pitch thing.
yeah.
I didn't leave with any type of like there, like we didn't get any swag bags. We didn't get any type of like handouts. Like the audio, like I didn't sit down anywhere. I didn't want to sit and watch anything. So I didn't go as a
Mhm.
consumer. I came as a creator. So I want to be with the other creators and learn what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? To where I can
Yeah.
actually learn something instead of just happy to see people on stage where I can't even hear what they're saying because the audio is just so loud and we're in a hall. Everything is echoing as everybody's talking with these speakers too, So most of my time was
Mm-hmm.
outside. Luckily, it wasn't too hot. Luckily, like the weather was fine, but like even the restrooms, like, and like it was on like 3 food trucks, So even
Mm-hmm.
though it was cool for like the podcast to come together, like after it was all said and done, it's like, like it was most fun whenever I decided to go live and like, linking up everybody that's in line because it's like, well, shoot, we're here to pitch our podcast. So do what podcasters do, be on camera, go live with or engage with people while we're here, but it would have been
Mm-hmm.
nice to have like some breakout sessions or just something a little more structured for creators because there was a lot of listeners there too. But I'm rambling. What are your thoughts on it?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree with you 100%. It was nice being there, being amongst the crowd, but I wish it was a little bit more. I wish it gave a little bit more.
It could have gave more.
I thought it was going to be more so networking.
And it
Thought it was going to
was
be, like you said, breakout sessions.
Yes, and like actual networking. Like if it wasn't for me, like just going up to people or people just coming up to me to introduce themselves, I wouldn't have engaged with anybody. And like I didn't stand in the line for the food trucks, but those food truck lines were ridiculous. Ridiculous. So and I believe you had to like stay in line because I believe you had to like pay up front and then like they'll call you line or whatever. But anywho,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I went, but it also like even though like it was a lot of stuff I wish that was like better and stuff, it did give me like it was a nice grounding technique for me to be like, okay, like they out here. So if you want to meet the other podcasters, go meet them. Don't wait for an annual festival to come around and say, hey, it's time to link up because it may not be what I need. It may not deliver. It may not, be catered towards me. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot
Yeah,
of again, there was a lot of stuff for consumers there, but not so much creators of
but
podcasts.
yeah, it ain't nothing to create a meetup group, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
that can be done like in a blink of an eye. Create a meetup group on meetup.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wouldn't mind doing, hosting like a meetup for like podcasters so that we can experience, more networking and just being able to meet people out that's in a city that's in Atlanta as
Yes.
well and that does podcasts
And
because I want to
share
meet more
resources
people
too, because some people have
too.
access to studios or access to equipment and stuff, lighting, you know, and just like, go in on some studio time and like feature each other as a guest, So, anywho,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still like, even though it was like stuff that could have been better, I'm still motivated to like keep going, because you see like pardon me, we see like the possibilities of podcasting and how much it's growing and how it's being like, the business side of it. So we can't stop.
Nope.
We cannot stop. Well, Miss Krista, before we get out of here, is there any last messages you have? Anything you want to plug?
Oh yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram at Universal Cosmic Crew, all together, no spaces, and you can find us on Apple and Spotify. And be on the lookout. We got some stuff. We got some journals. We got some planners too.
Yes, congratulations in advance. That's what's up. And you guys, like she said, follow them on Instagram, add them. And where can they find your podcast at?
On Apple and Spotify. So just search Universal Cosmic Crew.
Universal Cosmic Crew on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Podcasts are available. Add them on Instagram. Are y'all on YouTube?
Yes, we're on YouTube. We gotta be more consistent. We're on TikTok, Cosmic Crew 4. We don't post on there. We need to be more active.
Same. I can't stand TikTok, but everybody said I need to get on there, but it's so much work.
It is.
Golly. Well, Miss Krista, I have enjoyed you. Thank you for making time for the My Virgo Friend
Thank
podcast.
Thank you for having me. I love what you do.
Thank you. And I would love to be a guest on y'all's podcast whenever y'all ready.
Girl.
Just let me know.
We definitely gotta talk about that.
Word.
Word.
So I'm gonna end it here, but we're gonna kiki for a little bit.
Okay.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining the My Virgo Friend podcast. Remember, your support and your love brings the podcast to what it is. Remember, you can add me on Instagram at CheChe Babe, CheCheBabe, as well as My Virgo Friend podcast. Give me feedback. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you want to hear more of. If there's any guests, any other podcasters you would like to see on my show, let me know. Let them know about me. Let's do some cross promotion. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mommies out there. Happy birthday to all the May Tauruses out there. Sending you love, hugging you. And I will see y'all next time on the My Virgo Friend podcast. Bye.
Bye, y'all.